Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. The Connect server timed out, logging into the second game in the first part of this run, so that's why I've only played one game so far. We might have to make this one in 3 parts, depending on how well I do. Of course, if I just lose the next 3 games, we can keep this nice and brief, but we'll see. I'll try not to do that. Normally, I play 2 games in the first video, after drafting the deck, and then I do the rest of the games in a second video. Sad Tacos is an excellent name. Wow, good name here against the Rogue. Okay, not a bad opening hand. We'll send back the Polymorph, and I'll actually keep the Stormwind Knight. Alright, because I can do Mana Worm, Frostbolt, and then on turn 3 I could coin this guy out to kill something, or play the Ghoul now that I've got that. Rogues can kill Mana Worms relatively easily. They just need a backstab, plus their dagger does the job. I don't have Mirror Image. I never saw any Mirror Images in the deck, unfortunately. So, I will not be able to protect this Mana Worm from daggers and shapeshifts and weapons and those sorts of things. Does she have a backstab? It looks like she does. She really was quick on that dagger. Oh, nope. She's pausing. If she had a backstab, she would have played it. So no backstab for a roguish opponent. Do you coin Flesh-Eating Ghoul here? Then you have nothing to play the following turn, but she would probably play a minion and then I'll Frostbolt it. I think actually it's correct to do the Ghoul, because I am likely to have something to do next turn with my mana. If I just Fire Blast at her face and she played a minion, next turn I could either play the Ghoul or Frostbolt, but this way I get to do both. I think that was a bit of a technical move, but I think it's correct. So I have 2 growing minions. She really wants to kill them both. They both have 3 health. Rogues are great at killing minions. Like, Backstab Eviscerate will kill everything, but with help of the dagger, of course. But she didn't have Backstab last time, so unless she top-decked it. South Sea Deckhand. Well, my opponent will get to kill at least one of my minions. If she has an Eviscerate, she can kill both. She decides the Ghoul is more important to kill than the Mana Worm. Although this is an Eviscerate. It is an Eviscerate. Fuck me sideways. Well, that sucks. So, that sucks because although I don't go a card down, I stayed the same. It's actually kind of frustrating here that, my opponent cleared my board. That was so strong. Card-wise, I'm alright. I'm going down a card because this Wolf Rider will die to the dagger, but that is 6 damage from this Wolf Rider, so I feel like that's worth doing. The problem is if she shivs her Fan of Knives and she goes up a card and doesn't take any damage, which is exactly what she's doing. The good news is that costs her mana at least, so that's something. Hopefully she has nothing to do other than remake the dagger. And that is indeed it. So I am the second player, but I'm equal on cards. You can see I'm drawing my 5th while she already has 5. That's behind when you're the second player. But I'm okay. I got a life advantage. Got board clear ready to go in a few turns. Might be able to do some shenanigans if this guy can survive. And he will survive. Excellent. Unfortunately, I do have to kill this. You can't let that live. And the only way to kill it is with a Frostbolt. So I will do that. Keep on plugging away with my Stormwind Knight. That, by the way, does take me down a card, because the Frostbolt was a card, but the Azure Drake gave her a card. So this is starting to get a little bit harrowing. Unless I can get some value with Flame Strike, I am going to be behind on cards pretty severely. I mean, she's got 7 to my 5 already. I'll only be drawing my 6th, and being a card down after drawing as a second player is kind of severely bad. She's gonna hit my face with the dagger, which makes sense because she really shouldn't be hitting minions anymore. She forgot to dagger up. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So I can play the Windfury Harpy. I wish this were a War Golem, to be totally honest with you. Because the Yeti plus... Well, the Yeti plus any sort of damage will die. If she daggers this Harpy, then I'll be pretty thrilled. What I'm going to do is play Master Swordsmith. And do I put the Defender of Argus in the middle? I mean, the Swordsmith will just die. I'm going to put the Defender of Argus over here. That'll make that guy a little bit more durable against this Yeti. And plus, every point of extra damage counts now, because if I can get her down to 10 and just top deck Pyroblast, I get a free win. Oh god, I should have played around Betrayal, and I didn't. That's Betrayal. I should have put the Swordsmith in the middle. Yep, I could have done it. I could have still just put Taunt on this, and then I would be in much better shape. My Defender wouldn't have died then. Oh, fuck. That was a bad time to forget to play around Betrayal. She has an Eviscerate. Oh my god, I think she's going to stabilize here, unfortunately. Crap. So there's no reason to play Flame Strike. This thing sucks here. Shit! I really needed to play around Betrayal. If I lose this game, that will be the entire reason. Okay, I'm gonna... Hang on, I have to think. Is it worth it to Frostbolt her face? Try to go for the kill that way? Play to your outs and all that? No. I'm gonna Frostbolt this thing, and I'm gonna just play a Spellbreaker. Gotta get minions down, and hope for the best. She's used a lot of removal. She's used 2 Eviscerates, and a Shiv, and a Betrayal. You know, how much can she have? She does have 6 cards, but she might run out at some point. If this thing gets to attack even once, then I need to only Fire Blast 2 more times before Pyroblast, if assuming I top deck it, wins me the game. Also have a Fireball in here somewhere. Haven't seen that yet. Man, I should have played around Betrayal. Oh, man. The way to do it was I should have put the Defender of Argus first to give taunt to the Knight, and then I could have played the Swordsmith in the middle. And then the Betrayal would have kept my Defender of Argus on the board, which would have been huge, keeping that on the board, as you can imagine. Alright, Wind Fury Harpy seems good. We're going to ping her down. She has to kill this thing somehow now. She needs an answer in these 6 cards. Obviously, 8 damage is kind of significant. Assassin's Blade, honestly, wasn't even a really great card there. It killed the Spellbreaker, but she took 4 damage, which is really all I cared about. Now I need to ping her 1 time, and as soon as I top deck Fire Blast, it's over. Alright, so that guy. That's really good to see, actually, because that means I win the game. Gonna do the epic single creature Flame Strike. I could use the Wolf, but there's no reason. Let's just do the Pyroblast. And well played. So I made a bad mistake against Sad Tacos, forgetting to play around Betrayal. I gotta make a mental note to make a good video about this, like how to play around Betrayal, because like a short Hearthstone guide, because that's really important, as you saw there. Short Hearthstone guides. Why it's important to play around Betrayal. That'd be a good one. Maybe I'll put the title. I'll make that the title of this arena run. Playing around Betrayal, so that I can easily find the right video later. Kyo the Priest. Second Priest of the Arena. Whoa, that's a good opening hand. That's a good opening hand. Holy gods, I'll just keep it. The Wolf Rider, very flexible here. It can just either be used for damage to the face, or it can be used as removal. I'm happy either way. Against a Priest, really the Wolf Rider's main liability is that it dies to Holy Nova, alongside whatever else might die to it, such as a Direwolf Alpha, but... yeah, he could, of course, you know, play Coin, Shadow Word, Pain, and kill the Worm, and then Coin, Shadow Word, and then Shadow Word, Pain, and kill the Wolf. So you never know. As long as he has 2 single target removals, he'll be fine. Holy Smite also works. Pyroblast arrives a game late. This is going to be a dead card in my hand, actually. But the plus side is that if he ever is at 10 health, I've already got this here to kill him. The downside is that he's a priest, so he's less likely to be at 10 health. He's going to use a coin. Is it for a creature or for a removal? Mana Wraith. Oh, geez. Well, that means I can't play my wolf, unfortunately. But the good news is that I'm a mage and I have this overpowered hero ability. I'm just going to kill that thing. So this is already card advantage from the Mana Wyrm, because... whatever, like, unless he kills it straight with a minion and the minion survives, as long as he uses any kind of resource to kill this thing, that's 2 for 1. Baby. So that was his coin as well, so no coin for him. It's pretty cool. And in fact, that is what's going to happen. Shadow Word Pain. You know, I would have just coined Shadow Word Pain to begin with. I don't know why he didn't do that, but whatever. We'll play the Wolf Rider. It is the more expensive minion, and he's a priest. It's not like a druid or a rogue who can just kill this for free. Next, when I can drop the Wolf and Fire Blast, I could deal up to 5 damage to something. Of course, with 3 mana, he's not going to play any 5 health minions unless he plays a Lightwell. Actually, if he plays a Lightwell, I would do that. Northshire Cleric, does he have a Power Word Shield? He does not, so the Northshire Cleric will eat the Wolf Rider. Now, I could do something wacky here. I could just swing for 3 damage. But that would be dumb. So we're just going to go ahead and do this, and this. Not the most impressive turn 4 play, to be sure. I just played a 2-mana minion, essentially. That's the problem with mages. You get all these spells, and if you don't have any targets for them, it kind of sucks. Hopefully I'll get a real minion, but actually I don't really have any 5-mana minions in this deck, like, at all. So it's just junk. Oh, geez, Mind Vision. Well, you know, none of these are really applicable yet, but they're all kind of scary, depending on what the situation is. He plays a panda. I'm actually starting to get a little bit behind here. I'm fine on cards, but I don't have any pressure. Oh geez, Mana Worm. Not super great right now. I will just trade the wolf in and then on his face. Oh gosh, this is the real problem with mages. You got all these awesome spells, but he's not giving me, you know, a swarm of things to freeze or a single big thing to polymorph or whatever. He's at 27 health. I really haven't made any progress.
Is someone injured?
He also doesn't really have anything to do with his time. Fair enough. Okay, now that I have 2 polymorphs and like nothing to do, I am just gonna polymorph that thing. Just hope I get Wind Fury Harpy soon. Just like my only big minion. This could have been a mountain giant. I wish it were. I cannot believe I actually wish this were a mountain giant, but man, it'd be a lot better. I think my deck is not actually this spell heavy. I think I just have a bad draw here. I think. Never saw any Arcane Intellects, unfortunately. Okay, Volderfist Ogre means it's time for polymorph number 2. Frostbolt is cute, but against a priest, the damage won't stick, so I don't really want to do that. And this Mana Worm's putting in work. I think one of these Mana Worms could have been a Fen Creeper. That would have been a lot better for sure. Well, card-wise, I'm alright. If he drops another Boulderfist Ogre or something big, I'm going to be in trouble. Light Spawn, not so big of a deal. There's a minion. Alright. 2, 5, 8. Perfect. 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 So we're going to do this. That. Scarlet Crusader. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of a risk and go for broke. So there's a huge risk here, which is that if he plays a Temple Enforcer, this thing is going to get buffed up to Oblivion, to 6 to be precise. But I'm willing to take that risk because I feel like I need to get some damage on his face, otherwise I'm just going to be in a lot of trouble. If he has removal, I'm going to be in trouble as well. Okay. Well, that's a problem. I could use my Spellbreaker here. Nope. Okay, this is the time for Flame Strike. Unfortunately, my minions now both die to Holy Nova. And even more unfortunately, I cannot Pyroblast him. I mean, I can, but it's not going to kill him. Holy Nova also will heal him up to 13. Leave him with 4 mana. He pretty much wins the game after this Holy Nova. I mean, it's very difficult for me to catch back up. Shield Master. I can't even... Well, I need my Fireball. If I Fireball... If I can get a Fireball, I'll be in good shape. We're going to do this... and this. Flame Strike number 2, not helpful. I'll throw that down just for the hell of it, basically. Oh, that's not good. There's still a lot of good stuff in my deck.
For the king.
He just thought stole that. 100% guarantee it. And that is the perfect card in this situation. I really desperately need my Spellbreaker so I can get past this Taunter. Although I don't really have anything even to... I don't have anything to do. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep it cool here. We're gonna keep our cool. We're gonna play Mana Worm and Flame Strike. And we're gonna ping him. Might win this. If he doesn't interact, Pyroblast plus Mana Worm's attack is 13 damage. If he heals himself, oh, he'll be at 1 health. Well, then if I top deck Fireball or Pyroblast, I win. No! Jeez! Why? Oh, God. Oh, God, why? Fuck. Alright, well, we're gonna have to do this. This. Kill the bear. And it's very important here, you need to ping the light well, because then there's a chance it will heal itself rather than healing the opponent, which is important. Ah, I'd heal him, fuck. That was bad, that's like a huge swing. But I might still get the kill. These minions are 9 damage, that will put him down below. That'll put him down to 10 exactly if he heals himself. So if these 4 cards are non-interactive, I can still win. Oh, geez. What does he have? Ah, this is a 4/4. It's so difficult for priest. Does he have a Holy Fire? No, he thought still a Polymorph. Ah, no. Well, at least since he's a priest and not a mage, this sheep actually lives. And a 1/1 is pretty relevant here. It does deal a damage a turn. Is this 3/6? God. Oh, man. Okay. Fire Blast takes him down to 9. This goes up to 4. 4, 6, 7. Nope, not quite. I think I will do my favorite thing in the world, which is hedge my bets. We're going to kill this Lightwell off. Okay, we are once again threatening the kill. Holy Nova will kill the Mana Worm and the Sheep, but not the other 2. Just trying to deal 4 damage to him. Oh, he just top decked a Novice Engineer, which just draws him a card. Doesn't matter unless this card is a good one. Oh, thank God. How does he... I wonder why he conceded. Does he know I have a Pyroblast? Did he, like, Thought Steal a Pyroblast? No, there's no way. Oh my gosh! He might have Mind Visioned Pyroblast. He might have known I had it in my hand. Did he ever play the card? He played a Polymorph that could have been from Mind Vision. From, like, the very first turn or something. Well, anyway. That was good. I have to confess, I got lucky, though, that my opponent was just as slow as I was. Like, I was playing Mana Worms and he was playing Northshire Clerics. We were each playing our respective 1-mana minions. I even used a Polymorph on a Northshire Cleric, but then I had a Polymorph for his Boulder Fist Ogre. If one of those Polymorphs had been a Water Elemental, though, I would have been totally fine. I would have just played the Water Elemental instead of Polymorphing the Northshire Cleric, and then I would have still had a Polymorph for the Ogre. It would have been a much more solid victory. Anyway, Mage versus Mage, Burn and Blitz. Haven't seen Arcane Missiles yet. I saw Arcane Explosion, but haven't had a chance to test it yet. It wasn't applicable when I drew it. So those 2 cards I'm anxiously awaiting the results for. This is an okay opening hand, so I've got removal and a 3-drop, but if she has a slow start, I will also, because there will of course be nothing for me to Frostbolt. Man, every time I see this, I just wish it were a Yeti. Every single time. I had a run recently where I had 2 Yetis, and then in the draft, I had to choose between a 3rd Yeti or a Spellbreaker. I chose the Spellbreaker thinking, oh, I don't have any silence in the deck. And then that was a mistake. A 3rd Yeti would have been better. She has a slow start, decides not to make a coin play. I saw her wiggling. We have a slow start as well. The Panther's a nice continuation. She can't really mess with it, apart from Arcane Motherfucking Missiles. And then I've got removal. Start swinging with this Panther, I guess. She will coin. And what does she get? Scarlet Crusader. Okay. Well, this is alright. So what I can do is quite simply play a Panther. And then next turn, Frostbolt plus Hero ability will kill off this Crusader. I could have also played Scarlet Crusader, and they could have popped their Divine Shields, and we could have killed each other. But I want to try to get ahead here. Although this is a little bit risky, I think it's worth it. Oh my God, if she wins this coin flip. Honest. Oh my God, finally. I finally won a fucking coin flip. That has, like, never happened before. Ah, what is this strange sensation that I'm experiencing? God. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I cannot play Mana Worm, Frostbolt, and Hero ability. I'm just short of being able to do that. That's why Scarlet Crusader is a good card. But it would be silly to attack her, because she can just Fire Blast this off. So we'll keep it simple. I'm just going to kill that, and I'm going to Frostbolt. And Hero ability. So I'd say my opponent probably actually got the better of me in that opening, because now she is the first to play onto an empty board. Unless her play is a weak one, I'm going to be in trouble. I mean, if she could play like Ascension, then I'd be pretty much obliged to Mana Worm plus Fireball it. Actually, then I'd sneak ahead, because I'd have the Mana Worm on the table, which is a big deal. And hopefully set myself up for success with this Harpy.
I wonder.
Sucks that Harpies die to Fireballs. This is annoying. So, crap. Don't really want to play Mana Worm just to have it die to this Panther. So I will just ping her in rather a futile fashion in the face. Here's where Arcane Missiles would be good. It would give her a 50-50 shot at killing the Scarlet Crusader. And even if only one of them hits, she can then ping it off the rest of the way. Only a 1 in 8 chance that the missiles would all hit my face and she'd have wasted the spell. She pings, and what else? Fairy Dragon, that's not a problem. As long as she doesn't have a 1 mana thing, I'm okay with it. She elects to hit me in the face. Interesting choice. think about this. Alright, I'll play a Harpy. And then I'll kill off the Panthers. So now I'm putting a lot of pressure on. Fairy Dragon plus Fire Blast is only 4 damage. She needs some kind of a buff here, and she has to deal with this Harpy or else she's going to be in a world of hurt. It's not that difficult with 5 cards to come up with one source of damage somewhere, like a Shattered Sun Cleric, Abusive Sergeant, Dark Iron Dwarf, all that stuff's good. But, you know, if you ask your opponent enough questions, eventually they'll run out of answers. I really wish this were a Yeti. I could have actually played it instead. That would have been better, I think. Acolyte might be good later on. I can play it, ping it right away, draw a card. That should be good for 2 cards unless she silences it. Just gonna Frostbolt. That is not the ideal answer to a Wind Fury Harpy. And she's gonna slowly ping it over time. Well, my opponent is going to regret that decision. Because now... Oh, wait, if I silence this... Well, it doesn't have Wind Fury anymore, does it? Ha. That's not super great. Well, what else am I doing with my life here? Nothing? Okay. So I'll silence it up. And I'm going to use it actually to kill the Fairy Dragon. Now I can play the Acolyte in peace. Okay, now I think I'm actually starting to slip ahead. I am at 18 health. That's the issue. But that's a little bit... That's still high enough that I feel like it's going to be difficult for her to burn me out. I should have to have an awfully precise set of cards. Flame Strike is alright, so all it does is kill my Spellbreaker and draws me a card. I think that was kind of a desperation move, but unfortunately I don't draw anything good myself. Oh, thankfully, Stormwind Knight to the rescue. Okay, so we'll do this. I would have probably fireballed her face just to have something to do if I hadn't drawn this Stormwind Knight. Man, I need more endgame, and I don't think... Okay, I'm going to do a count. I don't think I actually have, like, a spell-heavy deck. It just seems to be coming up that I'm getting all these spells. 6 cards to 5. I'm about to draw my 7th, so I'm definitely ahead on cards. It's the life that's the only real issue, but I have lots of removal. This is one of those cases where I want her to play minions. I don't want her to remove my minions. I want her to play her own minions because I've got the answers. Got all the answers. And she's going to play a couple of secrets. Oh, geez. Well, let's see what we get first, because one of them is probably Mirror Entity. Well, Mana Worm is actually good for testing out Mirror Entity. And indeed it is. Do I Frostbolt this to test for Spellbender / yada yada? Seems kind of pointless. I could just hit it with Stormwind Knight. Well, let's do it. I think I want to get that spell out of here if it is what it is. Okay, that's not what it is. So this is likely Vaporize or Ice Barrier. Because that's definitely not Spellbender or Counterspell. Or Mirror Entity. What is this number? What is this number 3? What the hell is that? Okay, I don't know what that is. Would I rather lose Mana Worm or this? I'd rather lose the thing that has more health. Sorry, I'd rather keep the thing that has more health. So even though the Mana Worm is more explosive, I think it's worth it to do this. Geez, I'm not going to commit to the Fireball on the face. I just don't think I can do that. It's too risky. So she spent a 3-mana removal spell to kill Mana Worm. And then she paid 3 mana for a 1/3 that promptly died. So I'd say that was a good turn. Zero Drake, unfortunately, gives her a card. Okay, well, that's the easiest decision in the world. With 2 spell damages, you have to Flame Strike here. There's just no question about that. Do I use the Arcane Missiles here? I think so. Let's go for the burn. It's like a Sinister Strike, which isn't the greatest thing, but it actually dealt 4 damage because it also buffed the Mana Worm. So now I can Fireball her face, and anytime I top deck a Pyroblast, I just win. Plus, I mean, I still have 6 damage on the field here. Actually, I'm threatening lethal with Fireball and these 2 minions, so she has to interact. If this is non-interactive, I win right now. That's non-interactive. That is potentially interactive. And that is non-interactive. Okay, so the only thing that she has that could possibly stop me from winning right now is that secret. Okay, well, I can actually do everything I have. So let's actually check for Spellbender / Counterspell. Because if I want this to get countered, since, you know, the Fireball is something I'd like to go through. And it is, in fact, a Spellbender. Perfect. That means I win the game right on the spot. Thanks to Fireball. I also have the Wolf for extra damage if I needed it. And those Mana Worms. Mana Worm is such a dumb card. God, it's such a dumb freaking card. Burn and Blitz dies. I guess Burn and Blitz really can't complain because she was a mage too. She probably didn't see as many Mana Worms in the draft as I did. But whatever, that was good. I think this mage actually had too many secrets. So Spellbender, Mirror Entity, and Counterspell. And Vaporize. No. She didn't have Counterspell. She had Spellbender, Mirror Entity, Vaporize. That's I don't know. That's too many secrets. It's possible that she had Kirantor mages or the Ethereal Arcanists and they just never came up. It's possible that those were in bad packs, but I'm inclined to guess that that was a poorly drafted deck. Okay, well, definitely the Flame Strike can wait. I'm going to keep these other cards. So it's a little bit risky because I'm missing a turn. I have nothing to do on turn 2, but I'm willing to take that chance because these are so good. And we start with Elven Archer. Okay. Good old turn 1 Elven Archer to the face. Mana Worm owns the hell out of Elven Archer. The best he could hope for here is really like an Abusive Sergeant to get an equal trade. I think it's the best he could hope for. What would be better? I don't know what would be better, actually. Well, he didn't have it, is the point. So, can I get a 3-drop or a 2-drop, please? Nope. I am not going to use Arcane Missiles to kill Elven Archer. We will swing with the Mana Worm. Okay, well, that kind of sucked that I didn't have a turn play there, but I got up a card against stupid Elven Archer, and then now I can coin into Violet Teacher. Animal Companion, oh, please don't be the pig. It's the pig. Ball sacks. Well, I have to wait on that Violet Teacher then, because it really does behoove me to kill this pig. And in fact, I'm actually going to coin into this wolf. I think that's totally 100% worth it to get a minion onto the field there. Alright, so 5 cards to 6, soon to be 7. I'm definitely ahead on cards. Life is fine. He could, of course, turn this around at any moment with some good cards. But I think this is going alright. Twilight Drake is a pretty good card. Pyromancer? No. Okay, play Violet Teacher. And swing for 2 with the wolf. Twilight Drake, well, a Yeti is basically what it is. It's pretty good. I needed a Polymorph or a Fireball, which I would have used if I had it. I just didn't have my removal there, unfortunately. What he wants to do probably is hit the Violet Teacher with the Drake and then play multi-shot. That would be the best. He's going to play a Timberwolf. And Kill Command? Balls. Well, this is starting to get a little bit out of hand now, unfortunately. And an Arcane. Oh, he's not even going to attack the wolf. He's just going to Arcane Shot that thing. This could be trouble. This could definitely be trouble. Alright. Gonna do Wild Pyromancer. Arcane Missiles. Well, that was unfortunate. Well, that was really not the way I wanted it to go. Okay. Well, we'll hope for the best here. So now I'm getting a little bit low on health. He's low on cards, though. That's my saving grace, potentially. If this Wind Fury Harpy sticks, that would be great. But he has a full 6-minute play. Okay, I cannot Flame Strike, which is what I really want to do. That would kill his board. He decided, is he going to kill the, that would be great if he killed the Pyromancer. That would definitely be good. Okay, he does it. Excellent. Well, this is a risky move, but I have to take risks. I have to play the Harpy. Lots of ways this Harpy could die. Deadly Shot, any sort of buff from the Scarlet Crusader, Arcane Shot, whatever, but I have to take the chance. I need to put some pressure on. So Deadly Shot would, of course, be the best possible thing for him. Dark Iron Dwarf, Abusive Sergeant, also good. Arcane Shot, also fine. Kill Command would work. Lots and lots of things, but I have to make him do it. Otherwise, if he keeps hitting me, I'm just going to die to steady shots. I don't have any healing in this deck. Well, he didn't whip out a Deadly Shot, so he probably doesn't have one of those. If given the chance, if this lives, I will play Defender of Argus and just swing at him for 10 and hope the taunt sticks. Definitely going to be the play. Okay, that's encouraging. Secret. Oh, man. Secret. Well, the best secret that it could be is Freezing Trap. So, what I'm going to do is make a bit of a bold move. I'm actually going to play Spellbreaker. Silence that up. Shoot it. And then I'm going to do something I told you never to do. I'm going to get into a staring contest with a hunter. I'm actually going to pass the turn. So my thinking here is I want to play Defender of Argus, attack with the Spellbreaker to trigger the Freezing Trap, and then keep the Wind Fury Harpy on the field. Please don't be the pig. Leok is actually the best thing it could have possibly been, because now I can use the Stampeding Kodo to really good effect. And I'm getting steady shotted down, but my life total is high enough, and his cards are low enough that it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so, let's check for explosive trap, basically. Just in case, like, it is not freezing trap, which I'm 100% certain that it is. It is explosive trap. Well, it's a good thing I did that. So that's actually good for me. To play the Kodo, kill the Liak. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to play a minion. But I think I might be able to win. So he'll steady shot me to death in 6 turns. He needs a Beast and Kill Command or Arcane Shots or something to speed this up. But, I mean, I am on a clock because I don't have any healing in this deck to prolong my life. Luckily, I have some board presence here, so unless these are 2 incredibly good minions, he needs spells, not minions, and he just needs to burn me to death. Every card he gets that's a minion, that isn't a charge minion, of course, is a victory for me, and pretty soon charge minions aren't going to be great either, because I play Defender of Argus. So as long as these are not spells or charge minions. Core Hound! Oh my god, that's the greatest thing in the universe. Well, happy to see that Core Hound. That raises my spirits significantly, so we're going to go ahead and just play Defender of Argus. Kadoink. Kill that thing. I'm not going to worry about Unleash the Hounds, because I have a Taunter. If I didn't have a Taunter, I'd worry about it. This is a pretty big Taunter. He'd have to have Unleash the Hounds and Silence, but then he'd only hit me for 4, 5, 6, and he's dead next turn to lots of damage. 6, 8. Oh, this is wonderful. This is absolutely nothing. So he's got 6, 8, 9 damage coming his way. Plus 4 because it buffs the Mana Worm is 13, 14. Yeah, he's dead. Well, that was a bit close, to be sure, but Triumph in the end. Just in case I got my arithmetic wrong, I'm going to Arcane Explosion as well to buff up the Mana Worm. So Arcane Explosion, not super impressive there. And that is that. Alright, Myth the Hunter goes down, and we get our daily quest. So, yeah, that was fun. Doing a good job here with Mage, 5-0. Hopefully make it to 7. I used to, for a while, since the patch that introduced 12 wins in the arena, I had a 50% success rate making it to 7 wins, which was pretty awesome, but I have slipped. I'm now like 32 out of 66 or something like that. Yesterday was a rough day for Papa Boris, let's just put it that way, although I did end up rallying back and having some good runs in the end. Alright, well, who is our next worthy opponent? Is it time to play another Mage? It is not. Warlock. I feel like I haven't played a Warlock in forever. Shane of the Warlock. Oh, please can I be second? Oh, if only I had been second, I could have coined Mana Worms. I'm going to keep both of them, though. This is fine. Warlocks do have a lot of minions that hold up nicely against Mana Worms. Flame Imps just kill them. Voidwalkers block them for a while. Blood Imps make the other minions harder, so I really do hope he doesn't have much. He mulliganed 3 cards, so it seems like he wasn't happy with the 4 cards he was dealt. That's good. Still, though, really wish I had the coin. That would have a huge impact on things. Pass the turn, please. Draw a bunch of crappy cards and pass the turn. I do need him to pass the turn here. I'm not really getting off to a blistering fast start with this Mana Worm. He passes the turn, so that's good. It's not really getting me ahead. It's just kind of keeping me from falling behind. So, double Mana Worms, no spells to play, no Frostbolt. Frostbolt's what I would really want. Have to settle for a Scarlet Crusader, unless, of course, I top deck Frostbolt. What? He doesn't even life tap. I don't know if that's the right move. I would have life tapped there. I mean, yes, I'm a mage, and mages have good burn and all that stuff, but it seems worth it to life tap, get more options if you've got nothing to play. And remember, he's got the coin. That means he didn't even have a 3-mana play. Please be a Senjin or a Yeti. A Yeti's fine. So now we can polymorph it. It's a fair target for polymorph, especially when you've got 2 of them. Ooh, Violet Teacher. Well, I would have loved to play that, but I can't. I do need to take care of business here. Do I kill the sheep? I do actually kill the sheep, I think. I think it's important to kill the sheep so this Divine Shield doesn't get popped. Like, if he has a Hellfire here, the Mana Worms die, but at least the Scarlet Crusader would live. No Hellfire, just Chillwind Yeti. Alright. Well, it worked once. Ah, hang on, that's different. I could consider Frostbolting this thing. Really, what's the point of Frostbolting it, honestly? Might as well just do this. Unfortunately, still don't have enough mana to kill the sheep. I will use now my other Mana Worm to kill the sheep. The reason for this is that I don't want this to go down to 1 health where it will die to a Mortal Coil. So he needs a Hellfire Mortal Coil, and he's back in the game. Demon Fire is not really what he needs. It does kill one of them, of course, but he needs to kill the other. Loot Hoarder will die to Stampeding Kodo, that's fine. Leper Gnome really couldn't care less. What is he doing here? Soulfire? It's got Soulfire for the other Mana Worm. Well, this is alright. He has some kind of a weird deck. He's got like lots of aggro-y stuff, but he didn't play any of it. Alright. Yeah, this seems good. We'll just Stampeding Kodo here. And I'll let him run the Loot Hoarder, and I think getting 3 extra damage on is pretty solid here. Now if I top deck Pyroblast, I'll just win for free. I still have 6 damage on the field he has to address. Gonna cash out the Loot Hoarder, and Dread Infernal to kill the Scarlet Crusader. That deserves a well played. Alright, Violet Teacher seems fine. Swing 4-3. Frostbolt. I could Frostbolt the Dread Infernal. I'm actually going to do that. This seems like a really good move. So I Frostbolt that guy, get a 1-1 for next turn. He can't attack me, and I'm threatening almost lethal. This is, you know, 7-8 damage. He never got to life tap once. Booty Bay. Well, I can get silenced, so this is the one time silence is actually good. He'd better have something else. Like a Sunfree Protector to give this taunt would be nice. Nope. What has he got? He's pointing something at something. What is he doing? Oh, does he have a silence? No, he's a Demon Fire. That's bizarre. I would have Demon Fired the 1-1. I mean, this does absolutely nothing. Weird. Okay, well, now we just do that. And then we swing, swing, swing. I'm actually going to ping him in the face. This means he has to get life gain or lose. And, of course, he also has to clear out my entire board. So he has to life gain. His 2 minions can kill 2 of my minions, but then he needs to kill the other 2 and life gain somehow. It's a tall order, I would say. Voidwalker doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. I guess if he life gained and like put up a bunch of taunt. No, Hellfire. He's going out in style. Played minions and then had them all die. That was pretty cool. Okay, so that's that. That was like the easiest win so far. He never got to life tap a single time, so I had a hero ability and he didn't. Is basically how that went down. But it was more so than the lack of life tapping. I think what really won it for me is just that he had no early plays. I played a Mana Worm on turn 1 and on turn 2. They did get buffed a little bit, so they did a lot of damage. And he just didn't have anything until turn 3 Coin Yeti. So that's... You're asking for trouble if your first move of the game is Coin Yeti on turn 3. You gotta get lucky to win with a start like that. He did mulligan 3 of his cards, so it looks like he just maybe had a bad draw. Alamon. Druids, I think, are pretty good against mages in one important respect, which is that their hero ability versus the mage's hero ability is just a straight win. Like, when the druid and the mage are exchanging hero ability volleys, the druid gains a life and deals a damage, whereas the mage just deals a damage. So the mage makes no progress, but the druid does. And that can be pretty big. I'd love to top deck a Mana Worm here, because I can play Mana Worm on turn 1, coin out a 3-drop on turn 2, and then be off to the races. But it is not to be. That's sad. Oh, that's sad. And he's got a Fairy Dragon. Well, I will make the Scarlet Crusader then, I think. Note that the Fairy Dragon cannot be Frostbolted, because the Fairy Dragon cannot be targeted by spells or hero powers, but this will threaten to kill the Fairy Dragon. If he deals with this, I can just use the Wolf Rider and outright kill the Fairy Dragon, unless he throws down a taunt of some sort. Flame Strike might be good later on. And he's going to shapeshift, so it looks like he's going to trade the Fairy Dragon for the Scarlet Crusader. Unless he wants to Moonfire. Excuse me. Moonfire! No, he's going to get cheeky. Well... Alright, he's going to get away with it. But again, I really do think that's just bad play. You're risking a lot to gain very little. He gained 3 damage and he risked like losing that minion. Wow, well, this is pretty much like the perfect time to have a Panther that just outright kills the Dwarf. I could also Frostbolt... Hang on. I could Frostbolt hero ability to kill this as well. That would have me with a 4-2 on the board, swinging for damage versus a 2-5. Okay, we'll do it. It's risky for sure. But this is dealing him more damage, and it's keeping this in reserve. It's also keeping this on the field where, you know, it'll kill Booty Bay bodyguards, or because I'm a fucking overpowered mage, it can kill Senjins and Yetis. Savage Roar, not the ideal way of killing the Panther. He doesn't even get any compensatory life gain, so he just took 8 damage from this Panther. I'd say that worked out well. Whether it was the correct play or not, I'll let the reader decide, but it worked out well. He didn't attack me. Oh no, he attacked already, right? He couldn't attack. Okay, gonna play Grizzly for Shizzly. Ping him. Why not this, you ask? Well, I do want to keep the surprise in my back pocket. Oh, that's a problem. I don't have an answer to it. I need Polymorph, and I don't have Polymorph. So I got a couple of options. One is Frostbolt to freeze it in place, play Stormwind Knight and attack. Another is just to play the Harpy and hope the taunt sticks. You know what? I'm not going to just hope that the taunt sticks. I don't like doing that. It's not my style of play. I'm just going to swing for 5 damage and enjoy it. So, getting him close to 10, whereupon a top-decked Pyroblast will win the game. Here's where he might drop an Ancient of War. That would really be bad. I'd need to pretty much get a silence or I lose, actually, at that point. What's nice about the Frostbolt move, not only does it freeze this Ogre, but Flame Strike will now kill the Ogre, so if he plays more minions that are Flame Strikeable, they'll all die. And that's cool. I appreciate that. This Frostbolt might go to the face at some point for extra burn damage. I still also have a Fireball in here. Card-wise, he has 7 to my 6, soon to B7. I'm the second player, so actually I'm down a card somehow, somewhere. Oh yeah, right, the Frostbolt. I just went down a Frostbolt against this Ogre. Well, he doesn't seem to like his options, so I'm guessing there's no Ancient of War coming down the pike. Pretty safe from Swipe, actually, which is nice. Swipe can only kill one of my minions. That's not a very good use of Swipe.
Time waits for no one.
That is immaterial. Is that a Defender of Argus? No. So that's a clever play. What he's doing here is he's putting the Ogre above... Okay, never mind. He just wanted the Ogre to be as big as possible before taunting it up. So 7 is a lot of power. Can I get a silence? I cannot. Fireball, though, almost as good. Almost as good. Overpowered hero ability. Yeah, I'll shoot the 9-1 without taking any retaliatory damage. No problem. Alright, he's down to 10. He is a druid, so he can heal up, but in 3 turns, if I can get a Pyroblast, I'll be able to burn him out. My bear is unfortunately dead, but this guy might be able to keep on trucking.
What to do?
This might actually get scary, because my bear's dead, and then if he doesn't drop something that Flame Strike works against, I'm just going to be in a lot of trouble. Arcane Golem, that's actually alright. It could be helpful. It now lets me Flame Strike and, hero ability, which could be relevant. It actually probably won't be, but whatever. I can Windfury Harpy and Wolf Rider next turn. So is he going to actually hit the bear? I wonder. He is. That's a bit risky against a mage, taking 3 damage like that when you're at that little health. He's going to kill that thing, and he's going to hit me in the face. Alright, fair enough. Well, I can do 3, 6, 7 damage. Force him to have to use his hero ability every single turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then as soon as I top deck a Fireball... Well, no, I've already used Fireball. As soon as I top deck Frostbolt or Pyroblast, which is a bit overkill, or maybe Arcane Missiles, I'm going to win. I don't think I have any other charged creatures, unfortunately. This is not a big deal. I can polymorph that. No problem. He's going to now kill the Wolf Rider, hit me for 4. I am getting a little bit low on life myself, admittedly. But should be alright. Spellbreaker. That is actually kind of nice. I will do this. And I will ping him in the face. Is it worth it to... I'm not going to polymorph. I'm just going to hang on to it. He can get me down to 9 health, so it actually is possible that he'll burn me out this turn, but I'll take that risk. He could burn me out with for 9 damage if he has like a pair of swipes or something. But I'm only going to take that chance because I want this Flame Strike to be extra effective. Alright. That is, well... Crap. I'm in trouble now. I can polymorph this, of course. Alright. We'll polymorph that.
Well played.
And... I'll play this. He has to answer it. So this means I missed a chance to Fire Blast him. But really my outs are Frostbolt and Pyroblast. I don't really care if he has 2 health versus 1. He can get me down to 7 health. Yeah, he might be able to double swipe me or Starfire and something or other, Claw, to kill me. Maybe I didn't play that correctly. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have just polymorphed the Sunwalker and called it a day. Zero Drake. Okay, so I shouldn't die this turn. If he's spending half his mana doing that thing.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, that's annoying. This doesn't die to Flame Strike plus Hero ability. Mana Worm. Alright, we'll do this. That. And I'll ping him in the face. Still got a Pyroblast and at least a Frostbolt or 2 in there. Double swipe would kill me. He can get me down to 8.
Well played.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he has it. God damn it. I don't think I did this right. Somehow. Does he have a swipe to finish me off? He does. Well played. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I could have won that game. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake of some sort somewhere down the line. Like if I'd polymorphed the Sunwalker earlier, then the Ironbark would have been a problem. I just needed to top deck my Pyroblast. Like, that's why I drafted that card. I was severely overkilling him with it, but I had the Frostbolts in there, had the Pyroblast in there, just didn't quite end up working out. And that Mark of the Wild really saved him, too, on the Boulder Fist Ogre. He would have been in bad shape if he couldn't have given that thing Taunt. Because I could have played, like, a Harpy instead of fireballing it. Man, that was an annoying game. Alright, well, you make mistakes and you lose. Or maybe I didn't make mistakes. Maybe I was destined to lose no matter what. But he top decked the answer he needed in 1 turn, whereas like I had like 5 turns to top deck an answer and didn't get one. What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose. That is what you're gonna do. Okay, this is the same guy, Alamon the Druid. That is definitely the same one. Oh, and I'm first. Fuck, this would have been such a good hand to be second with. Well, I'm gonna keep this hand. I like the versatility. So yes, I'm passing on turn 2, just making a Fire Blast, but I like being able to either kill something with the Wolf Rider on turn 3 or play the Panther on turn 3. Man, if I lose to this guy twice, I am going to be very annoyed. To make it to 6-0 and play the same person twice and lose to them twice, it's like, come on, Hearthstone. Give me a chance against somebody else. Here, though, we are seeing proof that you don't always play against someone with the exact same record as you. And frankly, I don't understand why that is. It seems to me that you should just always play someone with the same record. Like, are there really not enough people playing Hearthstone? Weird. Well, let's see how we can do in the rematch. It's really close. I had him at 1 health for like 15 scorbjillion turns. Being second here would be so good. I could coin, Mana Worm grows, swing for 2, play Wolf Rider, swing for 3. But alas, we'll just be Fire Blasting instead. Frostbolt. I could Frostbolt his face. That would be ultra aggressive. I don't think that's the correct play in the slightest. Had he coin played something, that would have been perfect. I could have used Frostbolt and grown the Mana Worm. He's going to make a Panther. So I could Frostbolt to kill it, or I could use the Wolf Rider. The advantage of Frostbolt as it grows the worm, the advantage of Wolf Rider is that it uses up all of the mana. And that I get rid of a potentially less valuable card than Frostbolt. I'm going to grow the worm though. I don't trust my instincts, even though this does not use as much mana. I think that given how the last game, maybe I'm just biased by how the last game went down to the wire, I just feel like every point of damage is going to matter against this guy. With his Mark of the Wild and Boulder Festoger and Ironbark Protector and stuff. He's going to coin for something good, I assume? Taz Dingles. Oh, crap. I can't... Oh, Polymorph. Wow, that was timely. I'm actually not going to hit that sheep. I'm just going to hit him. If I hit the sheep does damage to this. Like, all I'm really opening myself up to is Dark Iron Dwarf or Abusive Sergeant, which is possible. Definitely possible, but I feel like it's worth the risk to get 3 extra damage through. Like, if he's going to claw or something, this Mana Worm, then the sheep's damage would have happened regardless. I'd love to see a Yeti here. I would totally Cone of Cold the Yeti. No, he's gonna claw and kill the Mana Worm. Alright, fair enough. At least it's his whole turn, which is good. And what I'll do here is play the Panther. I'm not gonna play the Wolf, then the Sheep plus Shapeshift will kill it. I'm just gonna get rid of that Sheep. And so next turn I can play the Wolf Rider Wolf. Swing for 4 plus 5 is 8 damage and get him pretty low. Arcane Missiles might be nice later on for some extra damage. Harvest Golem. Oh, that's a pretty good card, unfortunately. Okay, slight change of plans. I will hold back on the Direwolf Alpha for a moment. Let's use the Wolf Rider now. And take care of this Harvest Golem nonsense. With the help of my overpowered hero ability. Okay, is he going to drop his Sunwalker now? I have an answer to it. I can ping up the Divine Shield, play the Wolf. Just trade the Panther in for it. No problem. He just top-decked Senjin. Ah. Well, the Senjin's actually better than Sunwalker because with the Senjin, I don't need to use my hero ability. I can just play Wolf, trade Violet Teacher. Do I want to Arcane Missile for 3 damage and a Recruit? Swipe would let him kill off everything. Yeah, that seems kind of silly. Let's just hang on to those Arcane Missiles. He's got 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6, but I am the first player, so I'm actually doing alright card-wise.
Sorry about that.
What is he sorry about? Oh my god, did he just fucking... That's obviously a swipe. So now, he gets a 2-for-1 here. That's annoying. Well, I'm gonna Arcane Missile. Hopefully it'll kill the Geomancer, and then I can play the Harpy. Of course, when I do it, that is what happens. Motherfucker. Jesus. Of course. I lost like 5 coin flips in a row to Arcane Missiles, and then when I do it, they all go to his head. Of course. Obviously, that's what happens. So he still has spell damage out here. There's a billion and one ways he could kill the Harpy. The 2/2 body could help him kill it. Oh my god. Fucking ridiculous. Well, if I do lose this game, that's going to be a problem. Because I'll be at 6-2 and fighting for my arena life. Rocketeer's a pretty good answer to the Wind Fury Harpy. Oh man, I can't even Pyroblast him now. Not even close. I'm actually like doing worse this game than last game, which is a real problem. Fucking Arcane Missiles. I hate everything. Alright, that is a pretty good card. I don't hate you, Stormwind Knight. You're fine. Kill this. His face. Cone of Cold. He's playing with a lot of taunt. Cone of Cold is really bad against taunt because you freeze stuff, but if your own minions can't attack it, it's drastically reducing the effectiveness of the spell. I pretty much lose to an Ironbark Protector now. Yep, should have won the last game when I had the chance. Well, he's thinking, so I'm guessing no Ironbark Protector here, which is good news. The nice thing is, since I didn't get Pyroblast last game, he doesn't know that I have it. Because the Arcane Missiles whiffed on the Geomancer, that guy died instead of living with 1 health. So now he gets to kill the Scarlet Crusader, and he's just ahead, you know, 3 cards to 2. No, excuse me, 4 cards to 2. Oh my fucking god. Some games, you just can't catch a break.
Time waits for no one. Where shall I strike?
He drops a taunt, leaving this alive for the time being. Well, it's fine by me.
Your magic shall not save.
Let's do that. Let's swing. Yeah, let's freeze this. Preserve my minions. Throw everything at his face, and the only way that I could possibly win right now is through Pyroblast. If this guy gets to attack and I can Pyroblast him, that's my only hope. He's used 2 swipes already, so hopefully he doesn't have a third. No! That's bad. Okay, the only way that I could possibly win now is if I top deck Fireball and then I top deck Pyroblast. There is literally no other way that I can win. Because I've already used Silence, so I can't get past this taunt. It's the only way. Polymorph? Okay, well, Polymorph is good, I guess. It lets me get some damage through. Is there any point in pinging him? No, there's really none. Let's just kill the sheep. And okay, we're in the same exact situation as last game. We need to top deck Pyroblast to win, and we have probably about 3 turns to do that. Actually, maybe less, depending on how much burn he has. I know, 3 turns is about right. It's about right. Sure, Drake. Arcane Golem. Ugh, that's pretty good. And Shapeshift. Whew. Come on, it would be poetic justice to get the Pyroblast here. Come on, game. Flame Strike? Well, I'll take it. Fireball doesn't do it unless I top deck a Frostbolt after it. So, it's however many turns it takes him to kill me before I get Pyroblast. This is a case where that's definitely better than Mountain Giant would have been. Okay, Boulder Fistoga really speeds things up for him, unfortunately. And now I'm dead in actually 2 turns. Well, two more turns after this. This thing only needs to hit me twice for me to die. And possibly just 1 turn, depending on what spells he has. Oh my god! Oh my god! You know what? He said sorry earlier. I'm gonna say sorry to him. And we're gonna say well played.
Well played.
Okay, I think that was some poetic justice there. I noticed he didn't give me a well played back. So, that's that. And we made it to 7 wins. I'm gonna just take a few moments here to sit back, reflect, meditate, relax, enjoy life, and not click play right away because I don't want to play Alamon the Druid again. We should, assuming that we had the same record in the first game, have the same record again because we both won 1 and we both lost 1. Oh my god, those were 2 pretty stressful games. But, okay, there we go. Pyroblast, definitely better than the Mountain Giant in that particular game. Had it been a Mountain Giant, I would have certainly lost. Had it been a Sea Giant, I would have lost as well, actually. Worth noting. But I still would say that Sea Giant is overall a better pick than Pyroblast. I say this because I did have a very successful arena a long time ago, back when Pyroblast only cost 8 mana. I picked Sea Giant over Pyroblast and never regretted it. Is this game crashed? What's going on? Why does it sometimes tell me that there's a queue and sometimes not? And sometimes it crashes and sometimes it works. Okay. We're the opponent. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Papa Boris. Whoops your ass. Okimomo. Mage. Oh gosh, this hand is not good. So, if these were playable cards, I'd keep the Stormwind Knight, but as it is, I think I'm just going to mulligan it and hope for, you know, removal / early plays / whatever. Oh, hey, Master Swordsmith. Haven't seen you in a while. This is a good hand. It's not great, but you play Mana Wyrm on turn 1. If they play something on turn 2, or excuse me, on turn 1, you Frostbolt it. If they don't play anything, you play the Swordsmith, and then they have to, you know, kill the Mana Wyrm, but then your Swordsmith sticks around, so if you play another minion, then it can get buffed. Swordsmith, I don't really like it, but I have to confess, the 3 health is kind of nice for a 2 mana minion. which makes it hard for that thing to die. And then sometimes 1 health is all you need, like if you're fighting against paladin recruits and whatnot. Or excuse me, one power is all you need. Alright, she mulliganed 3 cards. Not happy with her hand, it seems, which is fine. Arcane Missiles, that could get played. Potentially. If she were to play like a Leopard Gnome or something, I would Arcane Missile up. Or like a Loot Hoarder. Well, here is a play. As long as the Mana Worm doesn't die, I'm happy. Knife Juggler, okay. Arcane Missiles is too risky here. I'm not going to take a coin flip. And I'm not going to throw the Mana Worm away. Let's just go ahead and kill it. Frostbolt, swing for 2. Now we've got a bevy of options here. She's used her coin. She plays something else. I might Arcane Missile, try my luck, and then Fire Blast it to death. Yeah, it is great to be holding on to an Arcane Missiles when you have a Mana Worm on the board. I have to confess that. Of course, a Frostbolt would end the party, but I think that's okay.
What to do? What to do?
She seems not to have Frostbolt, which is good. I'd say this opening is going well so far. And she turns into a Rodin sculpture. Thinking, not hovering her mouse over anything. Maybe she's just, you know, jumping up and down in anger, pounding the walls, beating stuff with her fists because her Knife Juggler died to a Frostbolt. Maybe it's just like she's had a bad run today, losing all of her games, and that was just the last straw. I hope this isn't a griefer here who's gonna start, you know, doing that forever. Anyway, I'm going to play the Swordsmith. That does mean I deal 1 less point of damage, but I think that's actually worth it so that the Swordsmith starts to put permanent buffs out. Plus, then the Wolf will buff 2 things next time that are attacking. That could be relevant. Is this person griefing me? Are they going to take forever every single turn because I Frostbolted their Knife Juggler? Well, I'm not gonna emote anything because I think that if someone were to be griefing you, then emoting stuff would not exactly like encourage them to play faster. They would just keep on doing it because they could see that you were getting pissed off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hang tight. What shall we do to pass the time while Okimomo, the asshole thinker mage, griefs us? Well, I could tell you about some chocolate that I ate recently. So there's a line of chocolates called Rittersport, and they're like the 4x4 chocolate cube square things. And my favorite is the dark chocolate covered marzipan, but I was out with my girlfriend and she said the best kind was cornflakes. Which, like, cornflakes, what the heck? But I tried it, and actually the cornflake Rittersport is in fact really good. I was quite pleased with it. So I highly recommend it to anyone who's considering it. Alright, we're going to Arcane Missiles, do a coin flip here, see if we can... Oh, of course not. Of motherfucking course. That's twice in a goddamn row. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, I guess we'll do the wolf. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm saying? I always lose those coin flips, and then this is twice now in one arena. The odds of that actually are 1 in 64. That 2 consecutive Arcane Missiles would just both hit the face over missing the minion completely. Why does that never happen to my opponents? Baloney dongs. Arcane Explosion would actually just win the game on the spot, pretty much, because it would clear my board. It would kill the Swordsmith and the Mana Worm, and then she could Fire Blast the Wolf, and that's GG. As it is, she can use the overpowered hero ability to kill the Mana Worm, which unfortunately took the buff from the Swordsmith last turn. This is awful. I'm just, like, not doing that well here. She's going to have 6 cards to 5 after I draw, and my cards are not immediately playable unless she humors me by playing a flame frostboltable minion.
What to do?
Lord on a fucking pony. Honest to God, Jesus. Oh, man. Alright, so she Fire Blasts after thinking about it for a really long time, and plays a Sunspray Protector. Alright, well, that's getting Frostbolted. Seems fair to me. Yep, definitely getting Frostbolted. Oh no, I messed up! I should have played the Flesh-Eating Ghoul first. Well, we'll see if that matters. It might, actually. I'm getting her really low, so every single extra point of damage will make a difference. The only way that would not matter is if the Flesh-Eating Ghoul were to die on this turn. Or basically die before it ever got to attack. And Ice Lance. Who plays Ice Lance? Honestly, people. Alright. Defender of Argus. Good draw. So I can either buff everything, but the wolf's not in the middle, or I could just buff the wolf. Let's buff everything. I think that's worth it. To give everything health. Okay, so this thing still has an attack, so my misplay does not matter yet. She cannot play Flame Strike yet. I am threatening lethal, actually. So somewhere in these 6 cards there needs to be interaction. And if I top deck Pyroblast now, I will win. Fireball, it's unfortunate because it leaves her with 2 mana. Polymorph, she would have had to ping the thing off. She pings my face. That implies she has a Flame Strike because otherwise she would have pinged one of the minions. It's generally better to ping minions. I'll play Scarlet Crusader though because it survives Flame Strike. So if she Flame Strikes now, she loses to the Scarlet Crusader, whose Epic Divine Shield lets her survive the Burning Flames. Well, this is a problem for my opponent. She's dead in 3 turns. She's made no progress on my health. The only way she could win is if she clears my board somehow. What? She just loses then. If she were to clear my board and life gain at some point, you know, and play a bunch more minions, but that was hard. So Okimomo, the Asshole Thinker Mage, which is another great possible title for the arena run. Okimomo, the Asshole Thinker Mage, loses. That's a really good commentary, Boris. Well done. Oh yeah, so my opponent just lost. That is the thing that just happened there. Thanks to the 60 gold daily quest, I'm actually back to 5,500, or I will be temporarily after collecting my prize for this run, which is nice. I plummeted down to 5,100 recently. Thrall the Rogue. I feel like I've played this person before. And I probably commented about how they weren't the shaman, but whatever. We'll mulligan the Pyroblast, keep the removal in a nice 3-drop. Okay, well we could be in trouble here because there might not be anything to Frostbolt. And then I have nothing to do until turn 3, which is a bit sad. Maybe I'll top deck one of my 3 mana worms, though. Really, if there is an upper limit on how many mana worms to put in a deck, apparently 3 is not it, because I've been extremely happy with these mana worms. Is she going to coin Defias? That is the question of the ages. Pass the turn? Oh my god, she passes the turn. Well, I again wish that I were second, not just because I'm up against Rogue, but I always keep getting this pair of 3-drops while being the first player after playing a Mana Worm, which is quite remarkable. So she slows the coin. Backstab Dagger will kill the worm. She decides to do what? She's going to use the coin for a Wolf Rider? SI Agent, interesting. So, next turn with the dagger, she can kill this Mana Worm. Now, do I play a 3-drop? Or do I Frostbolt this thing? See, if I Frostbolt now, swing for 2, she daggers it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Frostbolt this. Now, the reason I'm Frostbolting it is to really force her to play the dagger. I could have made a Panther and then Frostbolted that the following turn, had a Panther on the board and been attacking, but then the 3/3 could have killed my 1/1 worm, and she could have had 3 mana to do what she likes with. I'd rather tie up her turn killing my Mana Worm. And, you know, make her take 3 extra damage. 1 for the buff, plus another 2 for having to attack. I wish this were a Yeti, oh my god. We're going to play a Panther here. I think that makes the most sense. It's the most likely to survive the turn. Next turn I can Frostbolt and Ghoul, or potentially Defender of Argus and trade up, depending on what she plays. Actually, I could Frostbolt, attack, and then Fire Blast as well, if she plays Ascension or something. Ah, well that's an easy choice. That's definitely getting Frostbolted. Oh, if only I could Mana Worm and Frostbolt, but no. So I remember to play the Ghoul first. It didn't matter in the game against a Mage, but it might matter someday. She has 7 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. I'm the first player, so that's okay. If she backstab eviscerates, I'm in a lot of trouble. But if these things survive, she's in a lot of trouble. She's already at 20 health. Like, that's a problem if I can drop this Defender of Argus down. So she needs to kill my minions pretty severely here. Like, playing a taunt like a Fen Creeper isn't going to be good enough. I can just Defender of Argus, this gets buffed, then I ping it. Or I could even silence it and just swing for 7. She's in a lot of trouble if she can't kill these. With 7 cards, I'd guess a rogue could usually kill at least one of them. 10 of Knives. Alright. So no backstab this time, and that's most of her mana. Is she going to dagger this Panther? I'd love to see that. That's awesome. Is she going to kill this Ghoul? That's what I want to know. She's going to sap it. Well, I mean, better that than Eviscerate, I suppose. So she took a little bit of damage. She's 6 to 5. Alright. We'll go for it here. Let's do this Wolf Rider. Get 3 damage on. And, okay, it's pretty much the same thing as before. She has to kill my minions, or she's in a lot of trouble. She really didn't have a very good answer last time. Thin of Knives and Sap was really just not the best way. So, unless things have improved severely since then, I should be alright. Molten Giant, okay, does she have a Sun Fury Protector? I don't care if she does, because I can silence. But I almost want her to, just so I can use this frickin' silence for once. No, just to defy a Stream Leader.
Yeah, beat it.
And a Voodoo Doctor. Alright. Man, Flame Strike would be nice here. Mana Worm, not a chance. Alright, 4, 5. Okay, I'll play 1 Mana Worm, buff this stuff, ping off Voodoo Doctor, grow the Ghoul, do that first. And we're gonna swing for 8. Now the reason I'm doing this is that I'm pretty behind on the board thanks to this Molten Giant. So I just need to get her as low as possible so that Fireball and Pyroblast will win the game for me if I top deck them. Always play to your outs. Interesting choice to attack first. That does grow the Ghoul. Unless she's planning to kill this with an Eviscerate, that will be extremely relevant. Oh, she's going to silence it. I see. That's well played. Alright, what else can she do? Is anything going to survive to attack? She can kill this, and she's going to have a little bit of a tough time killing these 3 toughness minions without some help.
We must
Okay, now she can kill them both. All that's left is the Mana Worm. I'm in trouble. She's got a lot of damage on the field. Oh, jeez. Okay. This is bad. I gotta get Fireball very soon. Actually, Pyroblast doesn't even really do it. Okay, so we silence the Loot Hoarder here, actually, so that she doesn't draw cards. I need to get as much damage through as I possibly can. Do I ping her, or do I ping a minion? Well, Fireball kills her anyway. If I ping her, Frostbolt will kill her. I think it's actually worth doing. So, she's dead in 4 turns to my hero ability. That's probably too slow. She's got enough minions that she can kill everything and get damage through. So, I'm going to shield a little bit of trouble here. I have to get Frostbolt or Fireball extremely soon. Polymorph would buy me some time. Cone of Cold would buy me some time. Flame Strike, with this being at 6 health, wouldn't really help me that much. So, I need either to get Fireball, Frostbolt, Pyroblast, and win, or Flame Strike, kind of, sort of, Cone of Cold to buy me time. Alright. She actually has hit something with the Molten Giant, and now she's going to Shadow Step it to heal it up. That deserves a well played.
Well played.
I should have at least 2 turns. More if I can get Cone of Cold or Flame Strike. Let's see, 8, 10, 12, 17 damage. Yeah, well, that actually buys me a little bit of time as well. No reason not to do this Mana Worm. So the question is, do I kill one of her minions or do I ping her in the face? Realistically, what could possibly let me win at 3 that wouldn't let me win at 4? I could win at 3 with Frostbolt regardless, because I could just ping her afterwards. I have already used my Wolf Rider. Stormwind Knight. Okay. Yeah. Although I preserve some of my own health to ping. No, I'm going to ping her. I do want to give myself the out with Stormwind Knight. I think that's really, really important, to give yourself any extra out that you can. Now, I'm not going to live long enough. She will kill me before I can Fire Blast her to death, but I think it is important that I ping her. Well, now that she got a taunt, that kind of nullifies everything. So I do need... Actually, Flame Strike would win me the game. Is she going to leave Mana Worm alive? Oh, man. I mean, if I get removal for this, like if I get Flame Strike... Yeah, I mean, Flame Strike now wins, whereas it didn't used to. But yeah, she made a decent play. I think she's making it so she kills me next turn. I have just one more chance to get an out. Fireball. Alright. That'll do her. That'll do her. Close game there. Very close game. She's not happy about that. But that's life, my friend. That's life. Alright, 9 wins with Mage. You know what's funny? Mage is the only class I've not gotten to 10 wins with yet. So, although normally at 9 and 1 I don't particularly care what happens, I would really like to get to 10 so that I can check that off and say that I've been to 10 wins with every class. 12 wins? I don't actually remember who I've gotten to 12 wins with. I'll look at my stats while this is playing. I have gotten to 12 wins with Hunter, with Paladin, with Priest, with Shaman, with Warlock, and with Warrior. So actually just 2 classes that I've not gotten to 12 wins with. Those being the Druid, excuse me, 3. The Druid, the Mage, and the Rogue. War Machine, good name. Alright, Wild Pyromancer, haven't been seeing that much. Oh no, I got a Pyroblast. Well, kind of a double-edged sword here. Obviously it's a dead card, but I am second, so we'll say that's my extra card for being second player. And finally, I am second with a Mana Worm, but of course I don't have any 3-drops because that is the story of my motherfucking life. And so anyway, I'm down a card technically for Pyroblast, but you know that means I know I have it, which can be good. Oh man, I will totally play the second Mana Worm here. Coin, Frostbolt. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to respond to this. I mean, I basically have 2 3/3s on the board for my opponent to deal with on her 3rd turn. Like, Frostbolt will take out one of them, but then there's the others. I can also play this Wolf down and swing for 8 damage. Holy crap.
For the crusade!
Okay, well that will make me change my plans a little bit. Actually, no it won't. It will not. I'm still going to play this Wolf. Basically, the Scarlet Crusader gets to kill something no matter what, but I'd rather use my hero ability next turn than this turn, because this turn I had something good to do. Next turn, I might not have anything good to do at all. Unless she plays like Ascension or something, then I will regret that I didn't ping this last time. Twilight Drake is actually something I'm fine with. It doesn't have taunt, which is the important thing. Okay, so we will play this. Ping that. Swing for 6. This is what's so annoying about mages. With these Mana Worms, they can deal an outrageous amount of damage early on. Then you like can, you know, catch up and stabilize, but it's too late because you're like, you know, a spitting breath away from dying. Almost makes me want to play like some kind of deck with healing unconstructed, like maybe a Druid deck with Healing Touch or something like that, so that I don't automatically lose to a mage who happens to get a turn 1 Mana Worm with some backup. Okay, now she's got the taunt. Does she have something else? Mana Worm. Her own Mana Worm's too late. Too late, my friend. She kills the wolf, which is a reasonable choice, but it's just too late. Let's go ahead and just keep the pressure up, honestly. I do have this Pyroblast here, so I might as well keep it up. I get the Pyromancer combo here. I don't have enough mana. Right. I'm just going to go ahead and hit her in the face. I don't see any particular reason not to. She now has to kill everything I play, or else my minions kill her. And all I have to do is survive to turn 10, and then I win. Doesn't seem that hard to survive to turn 10, I don't think. With her having to kill everything I play. Plus, now if I top deck Fireball, I just win early on. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I have to go through 4 more turns. She trades Mana Worms. Pings the Pyromancer. This is 8 damage, which is kind of serious, but that's alright. We're going to go ahead... Oh, that's good. Yeah, this is definitely it. Let's silence that up. Ping it to death. Now I'm ready to trade with the Dwarf. She has to kill this. If she can't kill this, she has to trade her Dwarf for it. It's just so much pressure on her now. I can drop a taunt on the way to make it harder for her to hit me. She doesn't have removal. This is very important. This shows she does not have a Frostbolt or any kind of removal. If she did, she would have totally used it there. Cone of Cold. Let's not be fancy. Let's just do this and this. So at 6 health, I don't feel the urge to ping her face because Fireball will win the game anyway. And then I can start pinging this Acolyte to try to dig out my Fireball.
None.
Black Knight. Okay, that deserves a well played. Cone of Cold buys me a turn, which is really huge actually, because it means that like That's an extra turn I have to dig to get to Pyroblast, but it doesn't matter because I drew Fireball, and okay, that's that. We beat a Legendary here. So it just goes to show, Mana Worms are better than Legendaries. Well played. Mana Worm, such a dumb card. It used to cost 2 mana, and I agree that at 2 mana it was pretty bad, but it's a dumb card for 1 mana. I just don't know if it's. I just think it's a badly designed card. I don't know. It's just my take on it. Like, you can play like a Mage control deck and just throw in Mana Worms, and then sometimes randomly win the game because you happen to get them on turn 1. Like, both of them on turn 1. And you just get like a super aggressive start like you're an aggro deck, but really you're not. It's just Mana Worm is stupid. Anyway, that's enough ranting. Up against a Hunter, Gooby the Hunter. Well, you know, I'm actually going to mulligan Frostbolt. Honestly, I really need to maximize my odds of getting some minions here. And I've got plenty of Frostbolts in the deck. There we go. That's cool. So Mana Worm, with 3 of them, we are going to be seeing them on turn 1 a lot of the time. I often complain about how mages always seem to have Mana Worm against me on turn 1. I think that's because it's approximately correct to draft everyone that you see. And then if you see a bunch of them in your draft, you're just going to get them a lot. Alright, so I'm not second, which means no Coin Grizzly on turn 2, but at least I can play the Master Swordsmith. Got a couple of 3 toughness creatures out here. If he passes the turn, I might be off to a good, really good start. If he plays a minion that survives, like if he plays like a 3-2 of some sort. Anyway, Frostbolt actually would have killed any 3-2 he might have played, or 2-3 for that matter, but the Swordsmith is alright. We can start the party here. He still has the coin. This will kill most 3-drops except for Animal Companion. Will not be killed by it. So I'm really hoping it does not have Animal Companion. Unless, of course, he gets the pig. But the pig's bad because then he kills the Swordsmith. Argent Squire, does he have another play?
The light
He has 2 Argent... What? Wait, how did he have 2 Argent Squires? I don't understand. How did he not play anything last turn? There's no way he... Why didn't he play an Argent... Well, whatever. I don't even know. It's all good. So, here... I could play the bear. Or I could start paying off these Argent Squires.
I wonder.
You know what? I'm gonna go big or go home. Let's see if the taunt holds up. I'm gonna just put the damage on. This is probably not a relevant bit of attack power. Buzzard Coin Hounds, potentially? Oh boy, that's what it smells like. Yeah, so he gets 3 cards and a board full of minions. You know what would be good here? Arcane Explosion! Hey? Come on, Arcane Explosion. Do me a solid and show the fuck up. So the Hounds just drew 3 cards and killed a bear. He's not going to pop Divine Shields. Come on, Arcane Explosion. You can do this for me. You can... No, not a chance. Alright, well, we'll play the Wolf. And I guess I'm just going to race. If that's how he wants to play it, that's how we'll play it. I mean, I'm holding on to Pyroblast, so I know I've got it. I just need to deal 11 damage to him. He's got a massive card advantage, so it's actually going to be kind of difficult to deal that much damage to him. But he might have a bad hand. I'd say that my opponent has a huge advantage here, though. With the double Argent Squire and a bunch of cards. Oh my gosh, does he have another Unleash the Hounds? He motherfucking does. Oh my lord. Lord on a fucking pony, he's got the Hounds. He's going to kill off a bunch of my shit. Finally pop a Divine Shield. And just clear my board out. So he's not Pyroblastable. I could still win if I get a Fireball. That's 16 damage. I still have to hit him for 5, and actually hitting him for 5 damage is kind of difficult. But it's possible. I could potentially win if I get Fireball, hit him in the face, and whatever. Oh man, he's just had all the answers this game, huh? That's gonna be one of the games. It's just gonna be one of those games. Alright, let's see what I get. Arcane Missiles. Sure, we'll try it. I don't think that actually made any sense. Well, we'll ping the Dwarf and we'll finish it off next turn, I guess. I probably should have played a Wind Fury Harpy there, just to force his minions to trade against it. He's too far away from Pyroblast. Yeah, I've got to get Fireball. So if I get Fireball plus Frostbolt, that's 9 damage. This is 19. I might be able to win in that case. It's possible. Well, this ruins my hope of Windfury Harpy, that's for sure. I actually don't know what I'm doing here. Alright, play to your outs. What are my outs? My outs are to burn him out. So yes, I'm just going to send a Frostbolt to his face. Those are my outs. So I'm going to go for them.
They'll never know.
Nightblade! Oh, Lord. Nightblade. I'm actually getting pretty low myself here. I think I'm going to have to Flame Strike next turn. Scarlet Crusader would be nice, alas. Oh, I don't have enough mana to ping off the High Main afterwards. Well, I have no choice. He's actually got so much damage. I have to do this. Wow, that game just went south for the winter. Okay. I think I messed something up at some point. But, you know, Unleash the Hounds is just a really good card, and it shouldn't cost 2 mana. Like, if it cost even 3 mana, he wouldn't have been able to play that first one. Although I think the, oh, he just wins. Well played. Although I think that the Argent Squires were really did it, because that let him finish everything off. If he hadn't had those, I might have been able to win. Still don't know why he didn't play one on turn 1, but whatever. Do what you want to do, man. So, 10-2, haven't been to 12 wins as Mage. That would be the major life zone. Frankly, haven't been to 11 wins as Mage, so every extra win here helps. That game just kind of showcases why Hunters are annoying, because Unleash the Hounds is a badly designed card, and it's too strong. And I'll play Hunter, and I'll play Unleash the Hounds. If it's there, I'm going to use it. But I think turning it from 4 to 2 is kind of nuts. 3 is definitely better. I actually think the card was fine at 4. Alright, we're up against a Shaman here. Catian, Cat E and E, whatever.
You asked for it.
We'll mulligan back Spellbreaker, and we're actually going to mulligan back the Acolyte. That would be a good turn 3 play, but let's, double our odds here of getting a Mana Wyrm. Well, this time the Mana Wyrms are shy. I kind of now wish I'd kept the Acolyte just to have something to put on the board. And he's, oh, the Acolyte comes back. That's great. No reason to coin out the Swordsmith. That would be pretty pointless. He's got a Totem. Taunter. Fine. Well, we have sort of a curve. This is sort of like a curve of pussy creatures. These are not serious hitters. Although, the Acolyte of Pain getting strength buffed is kind of nifty. Harvest Golem. Oh, geez, that's risky. Well, I can't really deal with it unless I were to spend my whole turn. I could Mana Wyrm, Frostbolt. No, that's dumb. We'll just do this and hit that thing. Alright. At least I'm safe from Forked Lightning, but lots of bad things could happen here. This Golem just needs 1 point of damage. Rockbiter Weapon also is a way of killing my stuff with only 1 mana and no overload. That's actually the worst. I get a card up because he spent a card killing it, but I get a card from it. Kodo could be good. Alright, the Kodo is going to be good. It's going to kill the Golem. Is that what I want to do, though? Because then the Golem drops back. Actually, yeah, that is what I want to do. I mean, I could Mana Wyrm, Frostbolt, and Arcane Missile. That's dumb. No, wait. I could Mana Wyrm, Frostbolt this, Arcane Missile. No, no. You know what? Forget it. We're just gonna do what's good. Not gonna worry about getting like maximum value out of that Mana Wyrm. The Mana Wyrm should have shown up on turn 1. We'll just content ourselves with this and hope for the best. I could have played Mana Wyrm, Cone of Cold, I suppose. Oh, jeez. That's serious. Oh my gosh. Well, let's do it. We're gonna do Mana Wyrm. This is a good time for Cone of Cold, I think. Freeze that stuff. I'm not gonna damage my Kodo that much. We'll leave it alone. Then we'll like Arcane Missiles. Hope for the best. I could also Frostbolt this and ping it. Then it would be down to 1 and I could ping it off later. Indeed. I don't want him to get a healing totem, that's for sure. Fairy Dragon's not that big of a deal. Okay, well, it's... Oh, do I play the Arcane Missiles with the Mana Worm, or do I make sure I leave enough mana to Spellbreaker? Oh, I can, actually. Huh. Yeah, let's play Mana Worm, that's fine. Hopefully one of them hits this bear. Nope. Nope. Oh my god, that was the worst Arcane Missile I could have possibly conceived of. Okay, we'll do that. I think I do need to Frostbolt this thing, or else I'm just seriously fucked. And I'm actually just going to kill this Fairy Dragon so it doesn't kill my precious, precious Mana Worms, and we'll hit him for 4. So this is about to be a ferocious beatdown. If he can't Lightning Storm here, or at least play a Fire Elemental, he's in a lot of trouble. Totem, oh, that's a Lightning Storm. Look how fast he's doing it. That's a Lightning Storm. So 2 coin flips here on these Mana Worms. Big deal here how it comes up. He wins 1, loses 1. Alright, fair enough. And it heals, which is really, really bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to... What do I have to? I don't think I have to do anything. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna race. Try to burn him out. Prepare myself up for a Pyroblast or Fireball. Ah, Lightning Storm. Alright, that's probably the best that could have happened, of course. Fire Elemental is annoying, especially because I can't really kill it easily. I do have Fireballs and Polymorphs in here still. Those could help me out. Hey, speaking of which, yes, let's do this. I think it's worth it to put a minion on the field. Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the sheep so that this Divine Shield doesn't get freely popped. All right, we're setting up for Pyroblast. All I need to do now is actually draw it. But he's ahead by a lot. This is not that big of a deal unless it's followed up by a Defender of Argus. Feral Spirit? Oh, lame. That's lame. Those wolves are kind of a serious problem. I can't get any more damage through now. I can't even Pyroblast. Alright, so I could silence the Twilight Drake so that I can ping it off to death. Or I could silence one of these wolves so I can get damage through. I think I need to do this. The fact that he got a 1/1 totem is kind of unfortunate. There's no point attacking in because the healing totem will heal it up, so I'm just going to cry over the fact that I can't play Defender of Argus. This might survive, though. It's got 3 health. You never know. You never know. Nope. Oh, come on! This is trouble. So I don't have any minions. The only way that I can win is if I top deck Fireball and then Pyroblast. Otherwise, I'm just super screwed. Cannot get any damage through with my minions anytime soon. Oh, that healing totem putting this up. God damn it. Right, I'm gonna ping his face. Still holding out hope for Fireball top deck followed by Pyroblast top deck. Otherwise, my arena life is over. Damn, that Lightning Storm. I was gonna be totally fine. I had to have a Lightning Storm.
I hear you got a problem.
Oh, jeez. Well, I have to get my top decks right now. These next 2 cards need to be Fireball and Pyroblast or else I lose. Because this is like over half of my health and damage here. Arcane Explosion, not too helpful. Yeah, 13 damage. I mean, technically that's not half my health, but if he lays any extra minions down, I'm just screwed. Flame Strike, I guess, could buy me some time. I don't know if he like throws a whole bunch of stuff and I top deck a Flame Strike. It will kill everything. Yeah, so Flame Strike will kill everything he has, and then I can top deck Pyroblast and Fireball, but that's still kind of a tall order. I now need to have 3 very specific top decks. Damn it, Lightning Storm wins. And that's how it goes against Shamans. That's why Lightning Storm is a very important card for them. So anyway, 10 wins is fine. It's my first time getting to 10 wins with Mage. Let's put that down in the stats sheet here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and or subscribe. I'd appreciate your support, especially because I'm going to try to do this full time in 3 weeks. Let's take a look at our prize. Hopefully this is one of the outlying super high 10-win prizes. No, it isn't. No, it really, 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 really isn't. 185 gold is pretty lame. So swingy, the 10-win runs. But I get 180 dust, which I guess is also good in its own right, because I'm trying to get up to like 32,000 and I'm still like 17,000 away. Epic! Oh, that actually might be a new one for me. Also, 2 rares in that pack, so it was a good pack. Extra dust, lots of dust from this arena. Oh man, I think that was actually new. Yep, that epic was new. So, Faceless Manipulator, how many of these do I have? That's my first one. Well, it's an important card in Constructed. A lot of decks use it, so I will... Wait, didn't I get another new card in here? Oh yes, that is new. Oh right, because I set it to 5 mana, that took everything away. And then the Temple Enforcer. Right, I almost forgot to disenchant that 50 dust. So I'm like, okay, no, I'm wrong. I'm like a little over 14,000 dust away. That's where I'm at. And next up is going to be Mage, Druid, or Priest. I've played all of these recently, so we'll see which one I've played the least, I guess. Druid is 23, Mage is 24, Priest is 25. Okay, it'll be Druid, I suppose, just because I've played Druid the least overall. Trying to keep things as even as I possibly can. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Till then.